Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Prismatic Horizons, episode number 5. With me, as always, are my phenomenal players, Cali, Joan, Jace, and Chris. We are back at the edges of the mangrove swamp, past the bright beams of radiation through the foggy sea and across the treacherous Whirlpool Island. Our heroes stand at the base of rolling hills headed towards the mountain passage to Pyria. During the long ride, Stacey learned of Schmatz's tiny, swarm-like anatomy. Xray discovered his half-drowned home where his old cat, Mr. Whiskers, was waiting. He's grown a bit since the last time you guys were together. Speaking of growing, Blitz suddenly revealed a closely held secret to the party by sprouting a pair of metallic wings before taking off from everyone. And finally, last but not least, Milo discovered a connection to Xray's wife from when he was a member of Arctech, the company responsible for the end of civilization.
That's
After regrouping, it is. After regrouping, our heroes now face down a long road. How's Milo doing?
In general, physically or mentally?
Yeah.
You'll have to specify, because physically, always in shape. Mentally, though, Milo
just like naturally has a six-pack. Just like
walking yeah, great. Play to life, obviously. But Milo mentally she's definitely more quiet today than usual. Not kind of helping mediate anything. And she is probably like just entrenched in her past. And just thinking about Jet, this woman that she knew, that she thought she knew very well, and then felt like she didn't know it all, and then is horrified to discover that they have more in common than she ever wanted. But yeah, she's just thinking.
As you guys go through the swamps here, you see Xray pulls out a little machine to sort of pump some water in and start filtering it so that you guys have some drinking water. And you think back to a time not that long ago. A few years back, but not that long ago. You see Jet's foot smash through a water purification system. She then reaches a hand up, and you see a bolt of electricity jets out of it and into the control panel. It fries and explodes. In the corner, you see the family crying. You guys have busted down the door. You're standing in the doorway there. You can hear the screams coming from behind you. You hear Blitz. You hear Blitz's scream.
We have to go. There's no reason to destroy it. We're not taking it.
They can't. You know what this did. You know what this did to the world. We can't have any of this around anymore.
It's not the same. It's a basic water filtration system. They have a spaghetti filter, for God's sake.
Blitz screams again.
I can't stand guard here. I have to go. I have to. Do you not hear her?
Fine. You're a coward.
Milo takes that to the Jet.
Jet turns to the family and says, find some other way to make this happen. Get on the road if you have to. As you turn, you start running towards the sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay, and I will say, while Milo is running, she is definitely thinking about the fact that she just left that family behind with someone that was actively hurting them, and does not feel great about that, but does not turn back. Perception?
Yeah.
I believe that is a 16.
You directionalize it almost immediately. As you travel over, you see in this sort of broken down house, you guys are at the edge of this like sort of built up shanty town of like wooden houses. You see there's like a door that's been busted open. The lights are off inside. As the moon glows overhead down, you can see shapes moving inside. But that's where you heard Blitz's voice last.
I crouch down a little bit, and have my sword fully out and just whisper like, Blitz.
As you approach, you see two strong-armed people, a man and another person by their side. You recognize Deshaun, this dark-skinned, very handsome man. He's got cut on his face. He's got oil sort of like splashed down one side of his shirt. He is holding up an unconscious Blitz, like over one shoulder. And you notice on the other side is Sam. They are just like a very tall figure, broad-shouldered, broad-hipped. They just sort of stand there a little bit menacingly and don't speak. But Deshaun says, "We're going to get her back. Do you guys? Where's Jet?
What happened to her?
She got hit. You see that there's
By who?
There's an arrow. You see sticking through Blitz's arm and going out through her wing.
Gee, Blitz. Who hit her? Did you see where they went?
Yeah, that way. You see Deshaun points in a direction up at the hill. You see torches moving away from the town.
Milo takes off.
As you take off, you leave Blitz behind and head for this group of people to take your vengeance. We return to the present. How's the rest of the party doing? How's Xray? I'm guessing Xray is probably driving the boat.
Yeah, Xray is probably driving the boat. He definitely sees like the parties currently in like a shambles right now. So Xray, I think what he wants to do is do something kind of nice. He'd like to maybe stop somewhere for a little bit and maybe hunt some like some stuff to cook a meal.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check. What's Stacey up to?
So Stacey is probably staying close to Xray for as much of this as she can. But also
14?
like every so often you see her glance over towards Blitz specifically towards the wings. Like, she wants to say something, she wants to ask questions, but she keeps herself quiet because she knows it could be a really touchy subject.
Absolutely. Yeah. What's Blitz thinking as they sit there? Stacey is sort of eyeing you a little bit.
Blitz is probably sitting on like the nose of the boat and just trying to feel the wind and ignore kind of the pressure of everyone watching them, because it's what they were trying to avoid. But also in the back of their mind, they know these people, and as much as every instinct says not to trust them, that she does. And so she's not entirely closed off. She's leaving herself open and even kind of stretching her wings a little bit. There's some feathers kind of visible beneath her cape, but she's definitely kind of giving some space between them, knowing that they want to talk, but they're not quite ready.
Yeah, Stacey, you see, Blitz seems pretty approachable right now. Milo, as you're sort of lost in thought, go ahead and give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh, so rude. Understood.
Clayton, I got a 14, by the way, on the
Thank
perception check.
Oh, that's so mean. I got a nat 20 and a 3.
That's the disadvantage game.
Yep. You guys are traveling along in this sort of mangrove swamp. You guys are pretty close to shore, but these swamps can be miles thick, and you guys have to traverse them sort of like a maze because of the interwoven branches creating like blockades and barriers left and right. As you guys sort of come up on this larger open area, there's a sound that's just like, you guys hear like this sudden like it sounds like air being drawn through a pipe almost.
Who is that?
Milo ready for sword.
Can Xray do a perception check to see?
Yeah. As you look out, Xray, you notice in front of you what you thought was like probably like a large rock on the bottom that was lengthwise. You realize it's actually a widening funnel underneath the water. Suddenly it breaches about 5 feet in front of you, and another whirlpool is right in front of you guys, sucking down. I'm going to need you to give me a vehicle handling check with disadvantage.
Fudge.
Oh no.
You did not notice it in time. And it starts to pull on you before you're able to move against it.
So what's my plus bonus? My dex?
Yeah, dexterity and proficiency.
I don't think I'm proficient. I'm only proficient in land vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but I got a dirty 20.
Awesome. You managed to keep the boat sort of on the edge of the whirlpool, but you see that the motor is like sort of back into it. For now, you guys are staying in place, but you're burning fuel and you're not moving out of the whirlpool.
How deep is the water?
You look over the side and you see that the water sort of like maybe 30 or 40 feet away from you, you can see rocks at like maybe 10, 20 feet deep. And a huge cavern has opened up beneath you.
Do we have any rope?
Yeah, absolutely.
Xray is going to. He'd like to use tie rope to a crossbow bolt and shoot it to a tree or something to help pull them out.
With presumably the other end tied to the boat, right? Or held by somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the other end?
I'll loop it around the boat a couple times and hold it as well.
All right. I'm gonna need you to give me a. So you're currently driving the boat and trying to tie a knot on some rope. I'm gonna need you to give me a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
I can take over one of those if you explain your plan.
Is there a chance I can have Schmotz do the knot tying for you? It's a simple task, tying a knot, right? So.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Schmotz goes over and ties the knot. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay.
These mangrove trees have some cover because of your boat being in the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. So
Can I
it's Dex
help because I was
modifier.
holding the rope?
I'm gonna say this is a straight roll here.
Okay.
Cool.
Ooh, fuck. 12.
The arrow shoots off into the trees. As the chasm grows beneath you, you guys are sucked in backwards.
Fuck.
Water sort of begins to rush around you, and you see the surface rapidly leave you. As you guys go down and down and down, you start to notice that like the water gets darker. You see land sort of form up around you, and suddenly you guys break through this barrier. As you guys are sort of traveling down this thing backwards, do any of you guys turn around to look at where you're going?
We still have, that rope is still attached, right?
Huh?
No.
Yeah,
The arrow.
yeah, the arrow that went flying in the air. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I see where the rope is going? Is it like straight up?
Yeah, you see it's trailing behind you. The arrow's sort of twirling in the water.
That's gonna hit one
And
of
there's
us.
land starting to form around us?
Above you as you guys are being pulled down. As when you break through this barrier, you see that you guys are in this sort of like large area. There's a surface underneath you. It looks like land. It's seems to be like moving a little bit. Pillars of metal and stone and water extend in every direction from like this multicolored globe. It seems to like beat almost. Boom, boom, boom. As you guys are pulled through this sort of stream of water, you guys see a swarm of these like little schmotz-like creatures, these nanoflies, break off from the center and encircle sort of the stream that you guys are on. You see that the boat shoots through into this multicolored globe as you guys enter through the hole that the water was going into. All you just see is this phantasmagoria of multicolored light, and then 2 seconds later you're out the other side and you guys are shooting up. You feel water rushing against your face so hard it pulls your cheeks back, and then the boat splashes up. You guys launch a good like probably 3 feet in the air, and then land back down. Water sloshes all around you. And you guys can go ahead and give me a perception check.
That sucked.
Cool. Is this site-based?
Yes.
Cool.
I got a 14.
I got a 16.
15.
Awesome. Yeah, you see the mangrove swamp behind you. As you look back, you see maybe like a quarter of a mile behind you, you see the whirlpool that you guys just got sucked down into. But it's sort of like blocked off a little bit by trees. And then
Can Xray throw up over the edge? Because I feel like he just gets sick over that. He just throw up over the edge.
Absolutely. Yeah, you yarf it. And then as you sort of make that happen, all of your guys' attention is drawn to that side of the boat where you see that there's shore. You guys see a dock really nearby. It's got a couple of boats on it. This seems to be like a residential dock. It's not like an official like city dock or anything like that.
Wait, what was all of that? What was all of that? The mini schmotzes, the giant glowing heart-like thing, and the tubes and the water. What was all of that? We have to go back and learn more.
I don't think I can go again.
We can't just sit here. We can't just like continue on after that.
I can't go again. That roller coaster sucked.
But even as she's
Seems
talking, like any
curious too,
water
Stacey.
that's been soaked into her is like almost like magically being shed from her body as the schmutz nanobots, keep her clean through the prestidigitation spell. She's like, that it's just, I understand that we have important places to go, but like that was like a shortcut through the whole maze of trees. That could be important for some reason. Yeah, that's definitely a good reason why I should have an excuse to go back and look at it.
Stacey, I get that. That was very interesting, and I'm also very curious about that. But for all we know, it was glowing like all of the other dangerous stuff that we come across. It could very well be radioactive. I don't think it was. I'm already kind of distressed that we were that close to it to begin with. I would not want to do it again.
Too many colors at once.
As you guys, as you say that, you see the little a couple nanoflies that are like left over, sort of underneath the boat, sort of come up around. Xray, you see that like the engine of the boat appears to be a little bit different.
Can it? He'd like to look at it while trying not to puke.
Yeah. As
Can I
queasy
also
as you
investigate it?
yeah. Go ahead. You guys can make investigation or Arcana checks if you'd like to.
Arcana.
I'm so good at both of them.
I'm bad at both of them. I got a 12.
15.
Don't you dare.
-1.
Oh, okay. I thought you got
I rolled
a
a
nat 20.
1 and I'm
So that's,
-2.
I don't know how to set up expertise, but that's actually a 24.
Woo!
Arcana.
Incredible. You see that the engine appears. You see that as you look down. Actually, Stacey, I think you dip your head into the water to look underneath at the bottom of the engine. You see like this weird net like thing underneath there. You see it's catching like algae and like seagrass and stuff, and it filters it up into this like funnel. You see that there's like a tube out the side where water is being pumped. And you notice that there's no like gasoline anymore. You see the engine seems to be running on this new fuel source that doesn't require you guys to go and find it.
Hey, I think we solved our fuel problem.
Yeah?
This
How so?
doesn't mean the boat's going to be alive now, is it?
Hey,
I think the boat was already alive because of the people we have on it. Sorry,
I mean, I don't. That doesn't make a boat alive. That's like saying a house is alive because there's people in it. The boat's not any more. I mean, as far as I can tell, it's not any more sentient than it was before. It just seems to have like changed its function somehow, filtering seawater. It's almost like it's. And she's gonna test something, and she's gonna basically like try and push out a little of whatever magic is in her into the boat and see if it like takes that as fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. As you see a flood of nanobots sort of like appear, but you notice that they sort of just like flicker, like they were there already, but they just catch the light all of a sudden from around Stacey's hands as they filter into the engine, and you see it starts up. You see that there seems to be some sort of chemical process involved that's extracting it. And as you guys start to move, you see this like weird, like brown, gross algae gunk being shot out of the other side of it.
Ooh. It's like a mechanical whale.
What's a whale?
That's a good question. I've never seen one in person before, so it would take me a while to. It's like a fish, but real big, and also not a fish because it's a person, but it's not a person. You know,
Fascinating.
I think I have a concussion from the light tunnel, or maybe just a headache. They feel very similar.
Milo, haunted by the ghosts of their past, seeing all of this incredibly crazy stuff. You guys see the dock ahead, and you recognize it as a dock that you regularly used back in your days when you were with the with the coal. You also recognize a couple of the boats parked over there.
Oh,
When you mean we, do you mean, I'm assuming Blitz and Milo?
Yes.
Okay. Xray has no clue.
Milo. So is that the only land we see in like a radius, like around us?
I mean, you guys could go further along the docks if you wanted to, or further along the shore if you wanted to, and find a different dock.
Actually, still driving to that same dock.
Whoa! Before we park there, if we get out there, we're gonna walk into a fight. But if we park the boat a little further down and then come back, we could be more prepared for the fight, and they won't be able to sabotage our boat.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check, Milo, or perception, whichever is better for you. As you guys get closer to these boats.
I give the help action because I'm also looking.
Can I roll with advantage?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Ooh, much better. 22.
One of these boats has been here for a while, several months. The other one is a little bit fresher, but it still seems like it's been there for at least a week. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're okay.
I still think we should park further down and walk up. Well, if we need to make a fast getaway, never mind. Yeah, but everybody be on guard because this is some cultist activity. Yeah, this is a place that's not safe.
Yeah, this is Stacey and Xray's first time hearing about a cult. Not like hearing like obviously there are cults going around, but hearing Milo talk about a cult.
What kind of a cult are we dealing with? Like, it's just people hanging out together to think about stuff, right? Think about like nebulous stuff that we don't understand.
Would Xray know about not like the specific cult, but like any kind of like big cults that he's heard in the wastelands, maybe?
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check.
Oh, got a -1 to this too. Okay, -4. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, you can recognize a couple of sigils, but that's about it for you.
Milo puts a hand. Milo ignores that and puts a hand on Stacey's shoulder. You know how when we were in the village, people kind of looked at you different for having powers?
I mean, yeah.
And it didn't feel good to get looked at like that, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've been over this. Why are we bringing this up? Are we going back to that? I don't...
No, of course not.
Okay.
The people in this cult would look at your powers and want to hurt you because of them, physically and mentally. And they would want to take all your books and throw them out, and take all your water, and just take and take and take from you.
I mean, like, I can protect that stuff, you know. Schmatz and I, we can fight. We can always make new books and get new water, although that's a little difficult. I mean,
you guys... Oh, go ahead. Continue.
It's not like they'd be able to take schmatz from me, right?
They would make you not want to use schmatz in a way that, and she looks at Blitz here, in a way that we've seen recently. And you shouldn't have to get new stuff every time, because no one should take it away from you.
You guys arrive at shore. There's nobody around. It's probably a quarter mile to the closest house. This is like just sort of like a dock out in the middle of nowhere. You guys get off, I'm guessing, and begin to travel inland.
Xray wants to walk next to Milo for a second and ask a question about the cult. Milo, I had a question.
Go ahead.
I'm assuming would I be considered part of that cult that they say, and
No.
like because like of my red skin and everything like that?
No.
Okay, interesting.
If you ask Milo that, you're not automatically part of it, and it's they mostly target people that have some kind of magic or something that has to deal with the old gods, the angels and stuff like that. It's been a while since I was never really religious before, but it's been a while since I thought about it. Yeah, it's, if you could do me a favor and beat the shit out of anybody that comes for Stacey or Blitz, and I can promise to do the same.
He chuckles a little bit. That won't be a problem.
Go ahead and make a perception check as you guys crest the top of the beach and see the valley below.
So Xray would also like to look for the food he wanted to look for. Now that he's on shore, he can look for a little bit more
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and make a survival check if you'd like to.
Can I get the help action from Mr. Whiskers as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
You see your new companion, this large orange tabby. Yes, very tiger-like. You see he begins to sneak alongside you with these mechanical legs.
Nice. I got a 15 total.
Awesome. As you're sort of looking around, you hear a and you see the Mr. Whiskers wiggles his haunches, and you hear this mechanical noise, and then a big as he pounces probably 10, 20 feet through the air, and lands on a little rabbit, and you see brings it back to you in his mouth and starts purring and kneading the ground with his claws.
And I pet him real good. Oh, good boy, Mr. Whiskers, good boy. And I'm gonna take the rabbit and put it in a little satchel that I have.
Yeah.
And then, is there any little berries that I can grab or anything?
Absolutely. You get some accoutrement. You pick some wild herbs and some berries and stuff. You have enough together for a meal.
Perfect. What time is it?
It's morning.
Okay.
What did we get for those perception checks, by the way?
8.
Do you want me to use the same roll, or should I re-roll it?
New roll.
Okay, I'll re-roll. It finally happened, guys! Natural 20!
Yay!
Oh
It's
my gosh.
Day.
Incredible.
Blessed day.
It's a blessed day.
I'll tell you, this was an important check too.
Yes.
You guys crest the top of the hill, and you see down below you is an impact site. You didn't really notice it before because of the cloudy sky, but as you see there's some hills in the background against it, you see this stark white beam of light just shooting up into the air from a crater in a large city right by this this bay. It appears to have landed between the city and the water, and you see this bubbling, foaming froth on one side of it.
What side is it?
Oh, on the water.
Okay.
As you guys peer down towards the site, you notice that there's a strip mall not too far away. You see, it's probably close enough to the radiation to be harmful, but with that nat 20, you do see signs of a vehicle in the back. There's this big box. You see a wheel.
I'm gonna ask for everyone to stay here, just so no one gets hurt by the radiation, and I'm gonna bring Mr. Whiskers with me, and I'm gonna go investigate. I'm gonna go check over there. I see something interesting, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna bring Mr. Whiskers. Can you guys stay here for a second?
Do you think you're really the best person to be investigating?
Don't worry, I got this. No worries. If I run into cables, I'll just run them down or something like that. I don't know. I'll be fine. As I'm spinning an axe.
Awesome. If the rest of the party stays, you go ahead and head down. As you approach this strip mall, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Okay, that's the one thing I didn't want to happen. Can I get the help action from Mr. Whiskers?
Because of the stuff that you're looking for is not stuff that he really would know about. I'm gonna say no.
It happened again. Not 20.
No.
I'm not joking.
That's bizarre.
No way.
That's great.
Literally not 20. Literally not 20. That's so
and
funny.
The luck changes.
Yes. Yes.
So we're expecting our side to get a TPK, right? And now it's just Xray that lives.
Oh yeah. I was gonna start chanting it, but
TPK, TPK.
Yeah, you absolutely. As you enter, oh my god, you're destroying my challenge here.
You love to hear that.
You enter this like residential store. Sorry, not residential. This retail store. It's like a discount outlet. You don't like go check for the rack through like the shelves or anything. You go straight to the register. Open up. Boom. There's a set of keys right there. You grab them. And you head straight for the exit in the back of the store. As you walk that way, you hear some mumbling and groaning sounds from one side. Ignoring them, Mr. Whiskers pushes you to the side, and you guys head out to the back, where you see that there's a huge box truck.
Xray is going to be spinning the keys like, man, such a great day out. I'm going to cook for everyone tonight.
Yeah, you see the back of the truck is locked up there, but you have the keys to it.
Xray's just gonna open the car, open it up, let Mr. Whiskers in, and I'm just gonna drive over to everyone and pick them up.
Awesome. You check out what the load is?
Oh no, I didn't. I'd like to check.
Awesome. You pull up the rolling door. And you see just like some boxes of toys and some other items. But you do notice something towards the back. You go in and you grab a couple of supplies. You see that there's some pop-it bangs and stuff. There's some gunpowder around here. You manage to scrap supplies to build an explosive bolt. So you don't have the bolt, but you have the supplies to build it. Another one.
Okay.
And you also find 2 zap shots, which are some little like energy shots, which double your speed for the next hour.
Ooh.
Zap shots. Interesting.
They're like little
energy drinks, right? Yeah.
Oh, energy drinks. Okay. Cool. With my nat 20, is there any cooking utensils by chance?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. You
spawned into existence.
You begin to head out with this truck. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save for the radiation.
Oh man, and I got a +5 to this. Perfect. Unless I roll really bad. That's 13.
Awesome. You're going to save. It's not very much damage, but you do take half. You take 4 points of poison damage.
Poison damage?
Yeah.
Oh. Then I'm resistant. I'm resistant to it, so I only take 2.
So you only take 2. Yeah, you
that
see
works.
this swarming around.
Wait, I was the perfect guy to do this.
Yeah. With 2 nat 20s, you absolutely destroyed that. You come rolling up out of the strip mall with this huge box truck, pop open the passenger door with your foot, and you see the party sitting there.
What's up, guys?
Milo is teaching Stacey rock, paper, scissors.
So why don't our scissors why don't they just duel each other?
Well, when that happens, it's a tie. But then when you use a rock to crush scissors,
swords
but
and
scissors
stuff
beat paper,
but that I
Yeah.
don't understand why that would work. Oh, hey, Xray.
Thank goodness. Xray, yeah, let's get going.
Awesome. So there's only enough room in the front for one other person, unless you guys wanted to go 3 wide, which would like probably have some some issues with the driving.
Can Mr. Whiskers be in the front seat automatically? Like just sitting in the chair all nice and pretty?
He's sitting in the front seat. Yeah, do you guys all get in the back of the box truck?
No,
Yes,
absolutely not. Absolutely
Yes,
not.
Daisy's
Xray, get
absolutely
your
getting in
cat
the
out of
back.
here.
All these toys.
What? Mr. Whiskers is just we're just hanging out.
You see Mr. Whiskers
Your cat is
lays
gonna get-
down on the seat and looks up at you with these big green eyes.
Can I give him the help
Check to see if
action
I'm
for like
allergic.
no, it wouldn't be intimidation. Can I roll like a check to like for cuteness?
Like persuasion, maybe?
Persuasion.
He's already
I have
very
to-
cute. I'll roll one for him.
I have to
Okay.
make a charisma saving throw or something.
Sure. Go ahead and
Please
do
fail.
a charisma saving throw.
Okay. What's my DC? Oh, ooh, that's pretty
DC is 15.
good. I crush it. I got a 25. I stare down at this
Aw.
cat and I'm like, back of the truck. One of us needs to be up here that can shoot while he drives.
The cat gets down and slowly pads his way into the back of the truck.
I'm
You
gonna
see that
pet
there
him as
is-
I'm gonna pet him as he walks by.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also turn to the cat and I'm like, plus you can get more pets in the back seat than you can in the front. Whatever.
Stacey immediately follows to the back. Like, there's all sorts of strange ancient artifacts in there for her to look at, and also she gets to pet the cat.
Yeah, absolutely. Stacey, you see a truck full of toys. You have probably only had like homemade toys in your whole life, and maybe like 1 or 2 things from the old world. But here is a treasure trove for you.
This is incredible. I wonder what's inside this box. A few brief moments later, you hear a scream.
A couple of boxes tumble
I'm
down.
okay.
Is there a little window between the back of
yeah,
the truck and
absolutely.
the front of the truck?
You guys see that there's it's a little slide window, so there's enough for like you to put your arm through if you wanted to, but that's about all that there is.
Milo puts her face up. She's like, "Psh, everything okay back there? I heard a scream."
Yeah, I'm all good, she says from underneath the pile of toys.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
What's
If
happening
you
back
need
there?
anything, just open the window.
Okay.
You guys load up and begin to head out. Awesome. As you begin your travels, you guys are gonna have to make very few rolls because you guys have this truck. It makes travel a ton faster for you. Otherwise,
Let
you
me
guys
go
are gonna have to take
request.
some lame ass bikes. Excuse my language.
Can I
So
make a request?
yeah, go
when
ahead.
it gets closer to nightfall, I'd like to set up camp for the night so
Awesome.
I can cook
Yeah.
food.
We'll do 2 rolls and then we'll
Okay.
do our nighttime scene and then we'll do our
Perfect.
third roll. Awesome. Milo, do you want to do the first roll there?
Oh, yeah. What do you want me to roll?
Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
Okay.
Something good, please.
Yeah. Oh, that fell on the floor. Using my different one. 2.
2. Awesome.
Oh, it was also a 2 on the floor.
You guys see some rolling hills. Go ahead and make a vehicle handling check, and Milo, you can make a perception check as well if you'd like to.
Lovely. Yes, please.
Okay, I got. Okay. Con plus, so it's a +4. 14.
17.
DC was 14.
Oh,
You guys begin to travel through these hills. As you guys crest one and begin to travel down another, you see a couple of like cars that are sort of in the way. Milo, you get a weird feeling. Your divine sense, your sense is like tingling. And as you guys approach the vehicles, they're sort of like side to side. You have to scrape your way in between them. You see just the headrest juts forward, and an arm reaches out from the side of the headrest to try and grab you. Xray, you gun it, and as you guys hit the gas, you see multiple arms reaching out of the vehicles, and these like sea creatures begin to crawl after you.
You said sea creatures?
Yeah, they look like yeah,
like
they look
chairs?
like car seats. Like, you know how the seats in cars are removable? Yeah.
Yeah. Ew. Milo, psst. Everything's okay. There was just some cars and some creatures, but we're all good now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you see her in the back, and she's got like a group of different dolls and stuffed animals gathered around the table. Mr. Whiskers is also wearing like a tiny little hat. She's like, and for you, Miss Nesbitt, here, have a little. This is so much fun. I don't know why the other girls didn't let me participate.
Like, do they have like a mirror, and can you see in the back by chance?
Yeah, absolutely. You get a little angle, and you get just the side view of Stacey with like doing a cat's cradle, and Schmotz with like 3 different what are they called? Tops like on his fingers and on his head, just like bouncing them.
What's Mr. Whiskers' expression by chance?
He looks he's like, this is so much human interaction. He goes into the corner and just like rolls up, and he's just sitting there like, this is more interaction than I've had with anyone for like a year.
I'm assuming Blitz looks similarly, but what is Blitz involved in
oh my gosh,
party?
Can they just be like side by side, like huddled in the corner, just like
Blitz, where are you sitting in the truck?
Blitz is like sitting higher up on like probably on like one of the boxes or something to get a little bit of distance, because you put a bird in a bird cage with a cat, it's not the most ideal situation.
We really didn't think this through.
She's kind of been like sitting there in the back, but then when Whiskers does that, they kind of like, oh, okay, same cat, same.
Mr. Whiskers, yeah, he sees you over, and he comes over, like rolls up in the corner across from you. A moment later, he like very sheepishly like stands up and goes over and sniffs your like the edge of your wing, and you see it like pokes his little nose, and he like backs off and then goes and sits down.
I'm gonna yell in the back as I'm driving, hey Blitz, he won't bite unless you make him. It's good you can't pet him.
My history doesn't lead me to believe that I'm good with animals, so I'm
Trust
going
me.
to keep my distance.
I think you'll like Mr. Whiskers.
Go ahead, Stacey. Go ahead and give me another D6.
Cool. Good rolls, please. 5.
Awesome. You guys are pulling along this country road, a highway, and you see that there is a highway patrol station up on the side, like a old abandoned police station. It seems to have most of the glass windows in front intact. None of them seem to be broken or anything.
They might have walkie-talkies.
But I've seen this picture before. I guess Xray will pull up, and so everyone can stretch their legs and everything like that.
Awesome.
But Xray, before he does anything, he's gonna like look through the window and check for broken glass on like the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Milo's checking as well.
Mm-hmm. Everyone can make one if they'd like.
I got a 9. I don't see anything.
Is this perception or investigation?
Either one is okay, actually.
Cool. I'm going to try this.
17
26.
Investigation.
Stacey, you walk up and you see Schmatz opens the door from the inside. You guys peer in. It's really dusty in there. There's a lot of dirt, old papers. It seems kind of untouched.
There's no broken glass. There's no TVs.
No broken glass. No TVs. The only thing you hear is the sound of the wind.
Xray just feels a little like PTSD. He's like, TVs.
I can't believe out of the entire apocalypse, that's the thing that messed you up the most.
TVs were no joke, man.
Is that what those things were called? The big flat-faced creatures?
Yeah.
Well, knowing that it's safe, Xray is going to look for the armory.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys go back, and with those rolls, you see that there is there's a locker in the back. It's still intact, but it's mostly empty. It looks like it was probably emptied out when the Eshcaton happened, when the sky fell and everyone was running for their lives. But you do see that there are a couple lockers that seem to be closed and intact. You can make a DC 20 Arcana check or a DC 15 or DC 20 Arcana or Thieves' Tools check to get this open up. Or you can make an investigation check if you'd like.
Okay, let's try some Arcana.
Yeah, Stacey?
Okay.
You see that there's a little numeric keypad.
Can I have like a little sign? I've made a little sign in the back and it just says "Go Stacey" and just in the background.
So I add 3 to that, and so it's 26.
Awesome. Stacey, you walk up. You see behind you, Schmatz is opening a drawer, and he holds up a little note, but you're not even looking at him. The note has the code on it, and you just hold your hand over it, and it goes. And the gate swings open.
Nice.
Oh, what's that you
Good
got
job.
there, Schmatz?
Yeah, go Stacey! Woo!
What's
Amazing.
inside?
You guys find a Kevlar vest, so that is just a bonus +1 to AC. You find a stun baton as well. So those are the two things: the Kevlar vest and the stun baton. If you want the info for the stun baton, it's like a one-handed light weapon. Go ahead and let me know who's taking what.
I kind of want to take the Kevlar vest. I'm going to be real.
I think one of our lower HP, lower AC people should have it instead of.
I guess that is true.
Yeah, because I don't think
I only got
Stacey has a
14,
lot of.
though. I have a 14 armor class.
Well,
I think
who has
everyone
the
else
lowest?
has like.
Is that the lowest?
I think it's me.
We can distribute these items later as well.
Okay.
You guys.
Stacey has a 12.
You guys walk out with your loot. Awesome. Go ahead and. Oh, that's right. It's a nightfall at this point in time. You guys see Xray builds a little fire and starts prepping the meal.
He gets his cooking utensils, and I'm proficient in this. So if you want me to roll for it,
yeah, go ahead and roll for the meal.
Can we, since it's a police station, is there like a kitchen in it that we can
Yeah, absolutely.
use? That'll work.
That might
Perfect.
help out better.
Cool. I'm
see.
gonna wander around the station and just sort of clean things up, get it clean, so we aren't like staying and hanging out in the
let's
dust
see.
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, my proficiency bonus is +3. Oh man, I've been down on my rolls recently. I got another nat 20. I got another nat 20.
Gosh.
Let's go. It's my episode.
You needed this.
All you needed is a cat and you can roll well.
For whatever reason, for you are the luckiest man on earth, and this police station out in the middle of nowhere decided to get its own gas. So it has its own like gas tank out back for the stove, and it's full. As soon as you turn the stove on, you see it sparks up immediately. As soon as you like put a spark to it, it goes up. You have a full range of utensils in front of you. You guys watch as Chef Ramsey Xray perfectly skins this rabbit, makes these like beautiful bones. You guys have a rich, tasty rabbit stew. It's so like homey and delicious and filling. And when you're done with it, you just feel so warm and cozy inside.
I'd like to serve each one of them individually. Like I'm assuming they sit at like a table in the room, and I'm just like, and I like set them all each one in front of them.
Yeah,
and I
absolutely.
put a little bowl on the ground for Mr. Whiskers as well.
You put a little bowl down, sprinkle some like scallions on top of everybody's stuff, and then
and bon appetit. Enjoy your meal.
Milo was originally skeptical.
Stacey, it means
it's a bone disease. Oh,
you're giving us a bone disease? That's terrible. I thought you were making soup. I thought you were really good at this. You look like you removed all of the bones.
And then I'd like to look at Blitz, and I say, when you're done, Blitz, can you meet me outside? And I point up to like the roof, and I'd like to try to climb up to the roof.
Awesome, sure. You said Milo was a little bit skeptical about trying this stuff.
Yeah, and after hearing that, Riz is skeptical, and then immediately starts eating it very quickly, and then does say that it's a bone disease to Stacey, and then it's like, well, if you don't want to finish yours, I don't.
Oh no, you're already getting the bone disease.
I'm already infected. You know, that's what it does to you.
If you knew it had the bone disease, why did you eat it?
It's really
Stacey,
good.
you're so scared of this bone disease, but all you've had today is like a bunch of candy out of Pez dispensers, and you're so hungry right now. It smells so good.
It's not that bad of a bone disease. Sometimes, if you're lucky, it makes you feel good, and it makes you feel like you had good soup. Is what the bone disease. That's the side effects of it. And
I feel like you're playing with my feelings now. I don't understand.
Yeah, I am. I apologize. This is very mean of me. There was an old joke. I explain what osteoporosis is.
Yeah.
And the bone apple teeth joke. And I'm like, there's an old joke from literally 50 years ago, pretty much. And just explaining that joke.
So this conversation happens back and forth, and Stacey eventually, of course, like gets distracted by the conversation and starts eating the soup, and of course it's gone very quickly.
Incredible.
Oh no, you have bone disease.
Don't worry, Stacey. You get used to Milo pulling your leg about knowing more about the old world.
But she wasn't pulling on my leg. My leg stayed where it is.
Or was I?
It's still there. Yeah,
Milo,
both of your hands were on your soup.
Milo laughs very hard for the first time in a while. It just fully has a cramp in her side. It's like, oh no, it's so mean because you don't know anything about anything. Well, you don't know anything about this very particular thing.
I want to remind everybody that Stacey is the most intelligent member of the party, but due to circumstances has no knowledge of the outside world.
The wisdom
versus street smart. Very different.
Yeah.
I think the only one that would know is Xray, but he's not even there.
He's on the roof waiting for
I'm on the roof.
And we're just here chatting.
Blitz, when you're finished up with your soup, what do you do?
I look to Milo and I kind of give like a, the have my back look. And
I'm gonna patrol outside and keep an eye on things.
Yeah, for sure.
AKA eavesdropping.
And then I'll go up to the roof.
Awesome. Yeah, you head up there.
Xray's just kind of like laying down and just looking up and just trying to like look at the stars or whatever's there.
Yeah, the stars are starting to come out. It's sun is done setting. Just a little bit of gray in the distance.
Blitz goes up and stands with like her toes over the edge, and just looks up and waits.
You know, I always liked looking up at the stars, even back at Venterra.
Yeah, I'm not really into the whole small talk thing, Xray. So if you have something you want to ask, go ahead and ask it.
I don't know what my wife, I guess, did to you, but I want to understand a little bit. However, I don't want to force you to say anything, but as someone who I guess kind of knew her, I'd like to know what happened, if you don't mind sharing. And he sits up and looks at Blitz.
Quite honestly, I think that is a story that everyone eventually deserves to know, because I am more worried about Stacey's well-being than mine, or anybody's at this point. I've been through it. I know what it's like, and if I had to do it again, I could. They're not good people. They will use all the charm and charisma, especially your wife, to get people believe that they're right. And they'll take in any kid off the street that is desperate enough for a family, and they will give them exactly that. And then they will take everything from them. Or they will turn them into what they call a god, but what is really just a monster that they control. Milo doesn't have these tattoos because Milo wasn't of my rank. There's a hierarchy, and those who have more power get more respect. And to a kid, that was intoxicating. And then I realized they will let loose that power on anybody that doesn't agree with them. And because they promised you everything, you'll do whatever they ask.
Xray is gonna stand up and walk over to Blitz, and he's actually just gonna give Blitz a hug and just say like, "I'm sorry for what you've gone through." And
Blitz immediately is having a knife to the bottom of your throat. I don't need your apologies. There are so many signs in your house that you were somebody who did this. And I don't care about your past. I have a lot in my past that I want to forget about. The things that matter are what you are going to do with your future. I don't need your apologies. I just need you to promise that you will help make things better.
And Xray nods.
Milo, go ahead and give me a stealth check and a perception check for me.
Okay. The stealth check is an 11. And the perception check is a nat 1. She is very emotionally compromised by what she just heard. I think standing there going.
Yeah.
Silent crying.
Both of you guys hear a little sniffle from down below.
Xray is gonna let go of Blitz, and I promise, Blitz, that I will make this world a better place. And I'll probably have to make some difficult decisions. But you know what? At least they'll be my decisions. And not anyone else's.
Make sure they're the right ones.
I will.
Now, I am happy to tell people exactly what happened. But I think Stacey deserves to know too. I've been trying my best to warn her without scaring her. But if we're getting closer to them, if they're getting closer to us, I think they deserve to know.
Xray nods. Well, I guess it ain't no time better than the present. If that's something you want to do right now.
Yeah. It's getting annoying not having anybody ask. But I know it's difficult to broach.
Okay.
So,
I
I'll
know.
talk.
Yeah. I think our PCs congregate down below. You see Schmatz is busy cleaning dishes in the sink.
Xray is gonna approach Stacey and is gonna kneel down as she's sitting in chairs. Blitz has something to tell us, and I think you should really listen. And don't be worried. I'll be here, right here, and so will Milo, and so will everyone.
Milo,
And
come in
Xray,
the front door.
And I'm gonna stand right behind Stacey.
Stacey initially is excited and hearing she gets to talk with Blitz, because Blitz is usually quiet and maybe she finally gets a chance to learn about the wings and stuff, but she kind of starts realizing that this isn't a pleasant conversation. There's a very somber tone, and so her enthusiasm kind of dies down a little bit and turns into instead sort of a confused questioning of what's about to happen.
Stacey, I know you want to ask me about my wings.
I just figured that your past is, your past, and whatever happened, and you're sensitive about them, and that's why you hide them. I mean, it's, I totally get it. I tried to hide Schmatz once, and then I just kind of gave up because I couldn't really hide him, and I didn't want to make you feel bad.
I appreciate that. I do. I didn't always hide them. In fact, I kind of like them.
I mean, you should.
Oh,
They're really pretty.
I wasn't born with them. It was a product of the Eshcaton. That was painful at first, But like all of us, we kind of grew to deal with it. And I felt special because they also came with my own kind of magic. Not as special as yours or as powerful as Schmott's. But it was powerful enough and special enough that other people told me that I was special, more so than anybody else. What we're dealing with, they make a lot of promises and they look for people like us that want homes and families and acceptance because we are different. But their promises usually end up hurting people. They and Blitz looks to Milo and then to Xray and says, they're not like some of the other cults that just raid for whatever they can take. They have a belief system and a hierarchy that they adhere to. And they saw me as an angel of sorts, as something that they could worship. And I took it as flattery at the time and realized what that actually meant the longer I was there. And with that, with something to believe in, with something to hold on to, and the belief that there are certain people with a kind of power to revere, and technology and other things that they can then hate, it leads people to have mixed emotions and mixed responses to things that are not always good. I was sheltered from a lot of it until eventually I couldn't be, but Milo knows a bit more.
Jet was always very insistent that we help people purify themselves and make sure that she was really insistent about water and machines controlling water being a source of the end of the world. And she wanted to make sure that all of us were pure. And I think what she really wanted was to make sure all of us were controlled. And she did that for a very long time. And I believed in her. It's yeah. Milo unsheaths her sword, which, looking at the movement more slowly, comes out of her arm and is fully made of bone. I was lucky not to have any metal in me, at least obvious metal. So I wasn't the focus of Jet's purification.
Stacey is thinking about a lot of this stuff. And as the machines are brought up, her gaze turns towards Schmotz, who's probably just now drying up the pots and pans and other utensils and stuff, the dishes. And she turns back to the rest of the group.
You're muted.
You see Schmatz accidentally drops a dish at a very tense moment in the conversation. You see him
It's okay.
standing there.
We can fix that later.
He turns and slowly begins continuing.
I was just thinking, you said they don't like machines, right? Would they take Schmatz from me? Because Schmatz is nothing but tiny little machines. I don't think I could give up my best friend for something like that.
It's very possible they could. It's very possible they'd want to. But like a lot of people, you can never actually know what their full intentions are. They could end up telling others that Schmatz is organic and that the only way they can keep you is if they keep him as if you do what they say. You never know what they'd do.
As this sort of tense reveal takes place, the moon rises enough for you guys to be able to see it. You see a full moon in the distance between two pillars of light.
When that's revealed, Xray is gonna look at Mr. Whiskers and like he kind of like put a couple pieces together and was like they would probably either kill Mr. Whiskers or capture him and study him or use him.
Yeah.
And so with that knowledge, he kind of he turns around and then flips a table over.
Yeah. You flip a table over. You guys set up some defenses in here. Some basic stuff. As you guys sort of bed down for the night, you see that there's not a lot here for you guys. You aren't probably going to be able to take a full rest, but you could definitely take a short rest here. In the morning, you guys see the sun rises, and Mr. Whiskers walks out front and pauses at the back of the truck.
We can switch out who sits in front and who sits in back. By the way, I'm fine sitting back there with the cat. If anyone else wants to sit in the front.
Xray just sits in the driver's seat.
I'm happy to sit in the back.
Let's. You're also. You're also more than welcome to stretch your wings if you want.
I think I will get to that eventually, but for now I think I want to be in the back of the truck.
Awesome. So like the day previous, Milo and Xray in front, everyone else in back. You guys take off down the road. I'm going to need a D6 roll from JC, please.
3.
As you guys continue along this old country road, you see a farmhouse in the far distance. This big red sided barn slowly gets bigger and bigger. And finally, you guys see this this huge red barn and a Rambler style farmhouse. If you'd like to, you guys can make some perception checks.
Okay.
15.
Is that a nat one for Blitz? Oof.
Blitz is in the back of a truck. It makes sense.
17.
16.
Awesome.
All
And what did you
right.
get, Milo?
15.
Awesome. You guys see that there's a stack of old bikes in the back. There's also an angled cellar door to one side. It's goes down underneath the house. Yeah.
Does it seem dangerous at all?
You don't notice anything other than that. Just hear the sound of the wind.
Bikes is a
Like motorcycle bikes?
Oh no! Like old rusty.
Oh,
angled bikes.
bicycles. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna walk with Mr. Whiskers, and I'm gonna check out the barn. I think with Mr. Whiskers, if anyone wants to come.
Awesome.
I'll come. I at least want to spend a little time looking at those bicycles.
So Xray and Stacey go into the barn. Milo and Blitz, what are you guys up to?
You said there was a cellar or a silo? One of
Yeah.
the two?
There's a cellar. You see these big barn style wooden doors with these circular handles that goes sideways and down into underneath the house.
Milo turns to Blitz and goes, "That seems just creepy enough for your aesthetic. You feel like going down?"
Yes. Absolutely.
Figured as much. And Milo braces the door so Blitz can enter with their daggers and opens it up.
Awesome. You hear small mechanical sounds. You hear sounds like there's a machine running down here. It's definitely possible that something could have survived this long. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm gonna give me just 1 second here. I'm gonna make some rolls.
And Blitz, don't forget that when you're within 10 feet of me, you have a +3 to all of your saving throws for whatever this mechanical thing is that I'm terrified of.
All right. I am going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Of course.
Of course.
There's not even a chance to stealth.
No.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! My first ever double initiative roll? I got a 19!
I think I'm becoming Chris. I have an 8.
Yeah, I got a 7.
Uh-oh. It's
The Chris
becoming
episode! Aw,
the
come on!
Chrisification.
Come on, Joan!
I got a nat 20.
Gosh. It's the Chris episode, Joan,
Stacey
not the
escapes.
Joan episode.
In the barn, you hear a and you see a lawnmower round the corner out of one of the stalls, and you see sort of instead of wheels, it has arms and legs. So it's just this open spinning blade in the middle of it, and it crawls on all fours towards you.
Cool. Stacey has no idea what a lawnmower is, much less a lawn. But that is a terrifying monster with a giant spinny death blade. So,
Could I get a reminder of everyone's initiatives really quickly?
22.
7.
22. I got a 19.
8 and then 7 for Blitz.
8 and 7.
Great. Stacey, you're gonna act first.
Cool.
So Xray is gonna like suggest. I think you should get on Mr. Whiskers and take a couple steps back with him, or like take him to a far, ride Mr. Whiskers to a safer distance, and then hop off and do your thing.
I mean, like, I can walk.
You can also do that.
Yeah, it's not that hard. So yeah, she'll move towards the back of their formation.
Awesome.
And prepare to cast. We're going to start with some cantrips. Let's try a Ray of Frost to try and gum up the works.
Is
Cool,
it a
go ahead
mechanical
and-
machine? Even though
Yes,
it has
it is.
arms and legs. Mm.
That's something I'll think about depending on how terrifying this thing is. Does a 24 hit?
Oh, absolutely.
Sweet. That'll be 14 cold damage.
Awesome. You blast this thing. It looks hurt by your attack, but does not seem to slow down at all. And it doesn't look like a significant portion of its health has been reduced.
Really? It ignores the slow. That's fascinating.
It will still be slowed, but this creature has an ability called aggressive, so it gets some extra movement.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
It does seem aggressive.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. And then I'm going to use my bonus action if I'm still in range of it to use my telekinetic feature to try and push it 5 feet away.
Yeah, absolutely. So I make a save for that.
Yeah, beat a 15. Strength saving throw.
I mean, you mean don't beat a 15.
I meet a 15, so I think that's gonna beat it.
Meets beats. Cool. So no effect.
You see Schmotz sort of rushes to the side and tries to tackle it, flies into another stall. You hear the door bang, bang, bang. In the basement, or the cellar, Blitz and Milo are sort of like looking around. It's really dark in here. All of a sudden, you guys hear a roar of flame. You guys see in the corner this water heater with these PVC pipes like stretched around, just bellows out and shoots a spray of steam over you guys. Since you're surprised, you guys have disadvantage on this dexterity save.
But we both get a +3 to whatever you add.
Oh no.
Oh, but disadvantage.
What was it again? It was dexterity?
Yeah.
Dexterity save, yeah.
With disadvantage, an 18.
Hold on.
Wait.
I'm doing the math. With disadvantage, 28.
What?
I rolled a nat 20 and an 18.
Oh my
I love
gosh.
rogues.
Wow.
That's so good.
Yeah, I'm having fun with you guys. Let's roll nat 20s together.
Milo, what'd you get on that?
18.
So you're gonna take 9 points of damage. Do you take 0 damage on a successful save? If you would take half, Blitz.
I could do evasion, which is half.
Yeah,
No, you have
you're-
access to.
Not evasion. Sorry, not a monk anymore. Uncanny dodge, half damage against me.
I think
As a
you
rogue.
have
Rogues have
evasion as a rogue. You should have evasion. You guys are 7th level, right?
We're
No,
sixth
we're
level.
6.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh,
So you're gonna take 9 points of damage
Okay.
as well as this like incredibly hot steam burns your hands.
ouch.
Now here comes some melee attacks. Perfect. Let's see here. That's gonna natural 4.
Hits.
A natural 3. You guys see these pipes swing around, busting out of the ceiling. You see these metal rivets come flying at your faces. You manage to duck and dodge away from them. That is going to be Milo's turn.
No, Milo got
Oh,
me.
sorry. That's Xray next. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got a 19. Well, with Mr. Whiskers being right next to him, Xray's gonna hop on Mr. Whiskers, and I'm gonna pet him, and I'm gonna be like, "Charge him, boy!" And I'm gonna pull out both my Petty and Frederick, and we're gonna go ham.
Awesome. Yeah, if you want, you can direct Mr. Whiskers to take the pounce action.
Ooh, let's do that.
Yeah, so you guys back up away from this creature and then jump at it. Boom, boom, boom. So he is gonna go ahead and make a claw attack for him. It's +5.
Ooh. That is a natural 1.
Yikes. You see he swipes at the creature, misses, unfortunately. That is the end of it. But you get your whole turn as well.
Okay. I'm assuming my mount's bigger than the lawnmower.
Yes, absolutely. Well, they're the same size category, both medium.
Okay. You're against any unmounted creature. Okay, so it's an unmounted creature.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, so you should get advantage against it.
I have advantage on all my attack rolls, and I'm going to use my 3 attack. Or sorry, I'm going to go into rage first. Rage first.
Awesome.
Almost forgot about that. Rage first.
Bonus action rage.
That is my plus. That is a 21 to hit.
Absolutely.
Okay. 1d6 plus 3. So 4 plus 3, that's 7, and then I almost forgot about it, but I have the necrotic divine fury, and I believe that's only my first attack. The first creature you hit on each of your turns. Okay, so yeah, this is the only time this procs.
Awesome.
Okay. And then it's going to take 7 necrotic damage.
Cool. So 7 on top of the other 7, total of 14.
Yep. So right now, and then I gotta roll the 2 other attacks. That's bad. Does a 8 plus 6. That's 14.
14 misses. You chink off of the metal on the side of it.
Okay. That's an at 20.
Yes. When you needed it most. Incredible.
Nice. So 2d6 plus 6? Or is it just plus 3?
It's just plus 3. You don't get to double your modifier.
Right. Okay, got it. So 4. So 6 plus 3, that is 9 damage.
Yeah, you mess this thing up. It's not looking good, but it's definitely still standing. It's got some fight left.
Okay, perfect. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for my turn.
Okay, awesome. After you, this lawnmower is gonna take some attacks on your mount. And he's gonna attack Mr. Whiskers. Let me see here. I will remind you of your ability to redirect attacks at your mount if you'd like to.
Right. Honestly, or attacks to my mount or to me?
Attacks against your mount, you can choose to have them go to you instead.
Okay. I'd rather it go to me.
Okay, awesome. So this attack is going to be made against you instead. You reach down and block the side of Mr. Whiskers as this creature comes at you with these spinning blades. The first attack is over 23 to hit.
Yeah, you're good.
Second attack's in that one.
Okay. I'm gonna guess this is slashing damage.
Yes, it is. So you'll be having it. Oh, sorry, I used the wrong die. Okay. So you take 5 points of slashing damage from this.
Perfect. This is exactly according to my plan.
And then you hear it. It revs extremely loud. Milo and Blitz, you guys can hear it as well. And in reaction, the water heater is going to take an attack against Blitz. That is 16 to hit.
You're muted.
That is my armor class.
Oof. Sorry. All right. Here we go. You take 7 points of slashing damage as one of these arms comes by you and a pipe slashes against your face. Next up is Milo.
Your
Cali,
audio is messed up. You sound like a you sound like a squirrel. You sound like a squirrel right now. Or like a robotic squirrel. You sound like a robotic squirrel.
Somebody figure out how to do this so
Oh
we
my
can
God.
do this for like alien voices in a future campaign.
Someone Alvin
Oh
in
my
the
goodness.
footnotes, one of my players just now.
That's good.
Jesus.
Somebody
was
clip
good.
that. Somebody's got to clip that.
Incredible. No, I'm sorry.
What are we gonna do?
Sorry, we're laughing so much. It's very funny. I have never heard a better.
Yes,
effect
I
on
said a
this.
robotic squirrel, Casey.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
No, it's so bad.
He had you for just like a split second, and then it got back to bad.
You sound like an Animal Crossing character.
No. Oh, that's funny.
Mr. Nook.
Hey,
Okay,
there we go.
Can I have all your bells?
There we go.
I'm gonna go die in a pit and then die again in a different pit. But first I'm gonna mess this water heater up because that's something that I have to do now. And I have to move on from this terrible moment of my life.
Oh,
Okay.
that was amazing.
Do I have to declare smites before I hit? Or
Smites are after, except unless it's a spell smite, in which case you have to cast it beforehand.
no, I'm just using my paladin smites.
Yep,
my
your divine smites. You can choose to use them when you hit.
I'm gonna try to hit. Bam!
Smack this guy.
That's probably not gonna hit. 12?
No, sorry.
Yeah, that makes sense. Gonna try to hit again. Yeah. 11. I'm
You
having a very bad day.
your big bone sword in this tight space. You see the creature just drops down some more pipes in front of you and just manages to knock your sword down to the ground away from him.
Cool. With my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Blitz.
Awesome. You shout a word of encouragement to your friend and protect them from harm. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Awesome. You stay in the basement with the scary monster. Next up is Blitz.
I am not thrilled that it just hit me. So here we go. Okay. I'm still sussing out what's going on. So it's just gonna be daggers. First one. That's gonna be 22 to hit.
22 hits, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm within 5 feet of him, or him. It's a water heater, I guess it doesn't have a gender. So
you see this water heat?
Do I get sneak attack?
Yes, you do.
Oh my gosh. That's
How am I
my
within
guy.
5 feet?
It's a joyous day when rogues get sneak attack.
Okay.
Roll those d6s.
9 on the sneak attack. And then that's 2 plus 4 is 6. So we're at 15 points of damage.
Yeah, you swing and throw one of your blades. It busts off one of the little pipes on the bottom, and you see some water start jetting out. But this thing looks healthy.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to do an offhand attack.
Awesome.
That's 11.
Your blade right on target, but it bounces off the metal in front of the machine.
Okay. And then I'm going to look to Milo and I'm going to start, well, I guess we're in the cellar, right?
Yeah.
And how far out to kind of the group?
If you wanted to get out of the cellar, I'd say it's only about 20 feet. If you want to get back to the car, it's going to be more than one round of movement.
I am just going to try to back out towards the entrance of the cellar
Awesome.
and just kind of stand on the threshold there waiting for Milo.
Here comes an opportunity attack.
You can bonus action disengage if you want.
Already
my
used the
bonus
bonus action, unfortunately.
Never mind.
That's a 13 plus 5. It's an 18 to hit. It's going to do it.
Does hit.
It deals you 6 points of damage as another blade goes slicing into your arm.
Okay.
Next up is Stacey.
Cool. At this point, this thing is starting to scare her just a little bit. It probably looks, pretty battered, right?
It's looking all right. It's not looking like it's on its final last legs yet.
Cool. She's a little bit nervous about this, but she is going to try to basically send out what kind of look like laser beams from anyone else's perspective. All she knows is that they're white hot light shows, and I'm going to cast Scorching Ray.
Awesome.
So I get 3 rays. Does 20 on the first one hit?
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool, that's 7 for the first one. Second ray, does an 11 hit?
11's gonna miss.
Yeah, I figured as much. Third ray, 23 hit?
Yeah.
Cool. 14 damage. Did as much as that cantrip did. For a second level spell slot.
That's 14 total, not 7 and 14.
Yeah, 14 total.
You see the laser. Xray, you're right next to this. All of a sudden, it looks like just on the surface of this creature's like body, these like points of light just explode, and it reaches back and revs menacingly at you. That is gonna be the water.
Hold on.
Yep.
Bonus. Well, I don't think the bonus action shove benefits us here, actually. So I will just leave it be. Carry on.
Sounds good. Next up is going to be the water heater. So we're going to take some attacks. It's going to go after Milo, who is currently next to it.
Kick its butt.
I'm trying.
You see it sucks in and belches another bout of steam over you. Go ahead and make a dexterity save.
Um, 19.
Awesome. You're going to save, so you'll just take half. So half of 25, so you take 12 points of damage as this steam just, it got a low roll on the first one.
What's its hit die?
I don't think we get to know.
You rolled a lot of dice there.
Yeah, that was it's rolling 7d6 for that attack.
Oh,
Just gotta hit it harder.
And it doesn't have to re-roll for breath attack or anything?
It did, and it got it. Next up is Xray.
Man, Xray's feeling good. He's got his cat. He's rolling good. He made a gourmet meal yesterday.
You're here with your cat. Nothing could go wrong.
Nothing could go wrong, right?
What could possibly go wrong?
TPK.
I'd like
TPK.
I'd like to make Whiskers a claw attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll make an attack.
+5, right?
Yeah, if you prefer, he can actually do bite. It does a little bit more damage. But same attack bonus.
Yeah, we'll bite, I guess. Well, that's an 11. Or wait, nope, that's a 9. So what? 14.
14 is not going to do it. Sorry.
Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna do my 3 attacks.
Go ahead.
Ooh, that one's bad. Let's see. That's a 14 again. That won't hit.
Sorry.
Second attack. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 is going to hit. Go ahead and deal your damage.
Perfect. So this will be the regular. So that is 8 damage, and then I'm going to roll my necrotic damage. And that is 5 necrotic damage.
As you swing over the top, your axes thud into the back of this thing, and you manage to catch your blade on the motor, and you hear you see the creature shudder and drop to the ground. It's out of the fight.
Yeah, the Stacey Xray duo finishing their fight first. High five.
Xray, worrying about the other two, he's gonna, because we still have he still has movement, right?
Yeah,
Whiskers?
absolutely.
Yeah, he's gonna run to where the cellar was as fast as he can.
Yeah, Mr. Whiskers takes off over there. You guys get up next to Blitz, who's just coming out and you see steam just erupting from the doors of the cellar. You hear the sounds of some crazy beast attacking Milo inside. If you'd like, you can take your movement to go down and enter. It's a little bit obscured. You can see Milo fighting.
Milo, if he can see Milo, Milo is like gesturing to like have everybody out and is trying to back away from this thing.
Okay.
Xray wants to take the crossbow and shoot a crossbow in there. No special crossbow, just a crossbow bolt.
Okay. Awesome. Go ahead and it's partially obscured. We'll call it like 3/4 cover for this creature. So go ahead and
hold on. Didn't he take all of his attacks to bring down the
I used 2 rolls.
2.
Oh, you still got a third. Cool.
Actually, because you're using that's your with your offhand.
Oh, it's right.
Right.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you have to use your axe for it. You got to get down there in its business if you want to hit it.
Can I like? No, I couldn't do that. I want to like have an action to where like when Milo gets close, I can like grab her and like bolt out. No.
Sorry, you've already used your actions to take some.
I will. I guess that will end my turn then. I won't do anything else.
Yeah, you stand at the top of the stairs and draw your crossbow ready to fire. Next up is Milo.
Milo is immediately going to back out of the cellar now that everyone's out and slam the cellar doors and lock it again.
Are you taking a disengage?
If the cellar door is a free action, then yeah, I will take a disengage.
I'll say closing the cellar doors is a free action. If you want to lock it, though, that is going to be an action. To like.
Then I will not take a disengage.
Okay, awesome. So here comes this attack. Natural 19 is going to hit. That's 7 plus 3. You get hit for 10 points of slashing damage as this creature rakes your back as you leave. Go ahead and make an athletics check for me as you slam the door shut and put your weight on top of it to lock this creature in.
That is a 15.
Awesome. We'll use that as the DC if this creature tries to get out. You're basically holding it shut for everybody else.
Is there any chance I could help? No, I have to wait till my turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna immediately turn around and be like, get the car. We're getting out of here.
Any bonus action from Milo?
I don't think she is able to do one at the moment. No.
All right, sounds good. Next up is Blitz.
You're muted.
I think you're muted, unfortunately.
Can I lock the door?
Yeah, you see it's shut right now. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Advantage with my gloves and expertise.
Ooh.
Let's go.
You see there's this big old lock. It's super rusty. Looks like it's going to be a pain to try and move.
24.
You managed to crunch all of the rust and dirt and grime off of the outside of this lock, snap it into place, and slam it shut. This creature is now locked inside. Yeah.
With the rest of what I've got, I'm gonna bonus action and movement. I'm gonna dash.
You muted yourself.
Awesome. You right after I said oh no. You make it to the truck at that turn, and it's a free action to put the keys or turn the keys. So you start the car up if you'd like.
Yeah.
Awesome. Stacey.
Okay. It seems like everybody is running for the truck. That thing's probably going to force its way out of there, so no point in leaving a message behind, as cool as it would be. So instead, Stacey's going to try and grab one of the bicycles to see if she can drag it along with her into the back of the truck, because maybe she
Sure.
can fix it up, use it later.
Go ahead. Give me an athletics check. We'll call it DC 10. Doesn't have to be very good.
Athletics. Okay, I don't suppose I can have Schmatz help me.
Schmatz can perform simple tasks. I'll let him help you with this. You can get advantage.
Cool. Good. Gonna need it.
So
That's an
never mind.
18. Okay.
Hey.
You didn't need it at all. What are you talking about?
Stacey, you pop this bike up, and yeah, you wheel it back over to the truck, throw it in the back. Blitz, as you start the car up, you hear a slamming sound and see Stacey has like thrown a bike into the back of the truck.
Thanks, Schmatz. No problem.
Awesome. Now here's a big roll.
Oh.
This water heater is going to try and break out. Currently, Milo is holding the thing down, and it's also locked. I'm going to give it disadvantage on this check. It still has a pretty good bonus to its athletics, though. So, on a 15 or higher, it's able to bust through.
Oh boy.
Low rolls.
That is a 6 on the die. Milo, you manage to hold the creature at bay. You see pipes bust through some of the wood on beside you, and you're like, it's just holding it there. The truck pulls around. Next is Xray.
Okay, I got a question.
Mhm.
Can Mr. Whiskers carry me and Milo?
No, Mr. Whiskers is only big enough to carry you. But I will tell you this: if you get to the truck, you can use the truck's movement to get to Milo.
Oh my gosh, this is a movement. So me and Mr. Whiskers, we're gonna bolt over to the car, and I'd like to like jump
Yeah.
into the truck. Like I jump off Mr. Whiskers and try to get on and jump into the truck.
Awesome. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Okay. Roll good, please. Please, roll good. Roll good. Roll good. Does an 11 work?
You managed to scramble up. It's quite funny. Milo, as you're looking, you see Xray misses the step up into the cab about 2 or 3 times.
God, that's
before he gets
hilarious.
up. But he gets up in
getting
there.
shot in the face with steam. Like, that's funny.
Slams on the gas. You see a couple of tchotchkes go rolling out the back as the door is still open. And as it pulls up beside you, Milo, you jump.
Yeah, get in!
Grab a hold of the back of the vehicle. Go ahead.
Yeah, Milo's gonna like push off of the cellar doors and just grab onto the like handle that's on the back of these types of trucks and just grab and like pat the side to let him know that she's on and that he can go.
Floor it.
You guys take off down the highway away from these creatures. Amazing. You managed to survive this ordeal. What do you say to each other as you a silence sort of descends upon you as you leave this place?
Milo does
I
lay
got a
on
bike.
hands on herself.
X-Ray's is a little frustrated. He's like, man, I could have came up with way better quip than get in.
Milo kind of scrambles into the back of the truck from hanging on, and does a lay on hands on herself and on Blitz. 10 for Blitz, 20 for herself. Because she got down pretty low there. And is just like, I don't think I ever want to see a machine with human parts ever again. And I feel like that's not a big ask, but I also feel like I'm going to be let down.
So you guys fought a
Just
steam
lays
monster?
on the floor.
So what'd you guys fight? A steam monster? As I'm like driving.
It's like your dad asking you about your school day.
You make
What'd
one
you
of
guys
them
fight today?
tiki talks?
We fought this four-legged thing that had this spinny blade for a
We
stomach. That
fought a
was
lawnmower.
terrifying. A lawnmower. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, we kicked its butt pretty good.
Awesome. You guys continue on your travel. I'm gonna have you make one more d6 roll. Xray, if you'd like to do that for us.
Something good, please. I got a dose.
Awesome. We are gonna do since we already got to, we're gonna go to the next one that we haven't done yet, which is a tunnel. You guys see a long, dark tunnel approaches you ahead. Go ahead and make a perception check. Everyone can make one as well. If they'd like.
Oh, okay. Because I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in the front seat right now.
Mr.
You
Whiskers is
said
up there
it's
with
dark in here. Like it's hard to see.
It's a little bit hard to see. You can use your like hearing and stuff though if you'd like to try it.
I have dark vision actually.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But more importantly, I can cast dancing lights and give everybody else vision.
Nice.
Ooh.
What do we get on those perception checks?
14.
Can I slow down a little bit and use my X-ray goggles to help me see in the
Yes,
in the dark?
absolutely.
Okay.
Actually, with the X-ray goggles, I'll say no roll necessary. Very smart move pulling those
Thank
out.
you.
I rolled a nat 20 if that helps.
Oh,
Oh no! Right after I say that, Stacey, you sense it as well. You see Schmatz sort of looks up and looks to the side. You in your ears, you pick up this very, very low sound. This like lower than most people are able to hear. This grumbling noise. And as you look, Xray, you see several dogs sort of just walking in between cars. You notice that they go over to these like piles of what you have to assume to be some type of food. And you hear the sounds of as like you can see their jaws like move and rotate as they like seem to have like chainsaws in their jaws. You think it would be best to go around this area?
Yeah, I'd like to go around. I don't want to go in there. It's a little scary.
Amazing. You take the long road. It's a little bit more arduous, and you guys are almost out of gas by the time you reach the base of the mountain. You guys see. You guys are in this parking lot on top of this long, windy mountain road. There's nobody else around here, it doesn't look like. And you can see sort of in the distance a hike up to a mountain pass. And you know that Piri's in that direction.
Okay. The van won't make up the hill, or is it just a little walk path? Hike path?
You guys are in a parking lot, like it's a hiking path from here.
Okay. I would like to grab anything of use in the back that we talked about earlier, like the explosive stuff and everything like that. And I think I'm gonna start walking up the hill.
Awesome. The rest of the party follows in suit. You guys gather up your things and start going.
So
as
I
you-
know we're leaving the van behind. I
Mhm.
don't suppose I could magically repair the bicycle so we can bring it with us.
You can bring the bicycle with if you'd like.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works. After Stacey cleans it up a little bit with some prestidigitation, you see you also are able to find like some bike lube in the back there, so you're able to like get those rusty joints all taken care of. And yeah, sorry about the cats. Amazing. You guys head on out towards the pass. As you guys are going, you notice 4 figures in the far distance. As the travelers sort of approach you guys, they have their hands up, you see, and they seem to be, they seem to, like, you can't really read the expression on their faces, but they seem to be walking like with a little bit of a pep in their step.
They have their hands up like they're surrendering.
Yeah, like they're, yeah.
Or
Can
like
I
they're
do like
coming
an
in peace.
insight check
Yeah,
or
can
something?
I do insight on
Yeah.
this?
For sure. Yeah, go ahead and do some insight checks. if you'd
Can
like.
can I get Mr. Whiskers to help? Just to maybe like a cat sense.
Sure, yeah. Mr. Whiskers can help you out with this.
I'm not even
Oh,
gonna
insight.
bother to
Oh, this is-
roll.
Oh, hang on! I almost lost my D20.
I got my third.
I'm not
nat
even
one
gonna
on
roll the
insight.
second one because that's a nat 20.
Wow.
You're rolling hot
Um,
tonight.
You've gotten 5, and the rest of us combined, which is just Joan, by the way, have gotten 2. That counted.
Hey, it's my episode. You guys got 14 in that one episode. This is my time.
We'll let
um,
you have it.
It feels
Want
bad. I'll be honest.
I don't
just
feel
think
bad
I've
at all.
been
I'm enjoying
here.
it.
It feels bad. This is my third
X-
nat one.
Xray, as you look out, you see 4 figures. Your cat sniffs. Seems to like look a little bit mistrustful at first, but you notice like as they get closer, they don't. You don't see any like guns or swords. You don't see any evidence of weapons. They seem to be carrying simple packs and wearing just some like white clothes. One person has some headwear over covering their face. That's what you guys get from the distance.
I don't think they're going to. I don't see anything that can hurt us, but I'd still be on your guard, everyone. And
I'm gonna
Sorry,
look
go
at
ahead.
Blitz and be like, hood up. And then be on my guard.
Awesome.
And I grab Stacey and I look at her and like, don't listen to them if they say anything.
Right. I'm guessing
Actually-
I probably shouldn't use magic around them either.
Don't do anything that can hurt you.
If it's possible, the moment that Milo says to put hood up, Blitz is actually going to like go behind Milo's back and is going to try to slip into the shadows if there's trees or anything that I can
Yeah,
hide or stealth
there's
behind into.
There's some cover around here. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Milo makes herself really large to try to give the help action.
29.
Amazing. You hide away into the trees. Blitz is disappeared from the party. You guys let them get close enough to talk to you, I'm guessing. As you
Yeah.
do, one of them in the front shouts, Hey there! We were worried you weren't going to stop.
What do you mean?
We've been traveling for days. I mean, weeks, I guess, now at this point. We haven't seen a soul. We were just excited to see some fellow travelers. We were wondering if you guys had any. We're a little low on supplies.
Okay.
There's a truck at the bottom of the hill that has some various goods in it. It's out of gas, but
yeah, you guys also said that you took anything of value from there. So.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
we left a couple things back there in the.
Oh, like food and stuff. We're so hungry.
No, I mean, what do we have on us? Do we have enough that we could accommodate them, but not like go hungry ourselves?
You guys have in your travels explored and discovered some extra supplies in some places throughout our episodes.
Now that we're talking to them, can I do another insight check?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can do insights. I'll have, but just because Blitz is out in the trees. But yeah, you can do insight. You can also do investigation if you'd like to.
Yeah, I guess I'll also do insight, but I'm just gonna do it fair this time. I got a 13 on insight.
You did.
I got a nat 1.
Did you?
I got my 4th nat 1.
Oof. I got a 13.
Yeah. Stacey, what'd you get?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was rolling. What am I rolling again?
An insight check against this party.
Or
you could also do investigation if you'd like.
Investigation would be much better.
Can I just have
I don't.
Mr.
I don't
Whiskers
have
do one as well.
I'm gonna say I'll let Mr. Whiskers help you. You can roll again if you'd like.
Okay, I'll roll again.
That's a 9.
Okay, yeah, 13. I got a 13.
Awesome. I'll say even with your guys' low rolls, like you don't see any there's no weapons here. There's they're not gonna pull a 4 foot long katana out of their butt.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, they seem hungry. They seem kind of desperate. They seem really friendly.
Milo hands over a couple of rations. This is what we could scavenge, but we're trying to save. We're trying to help a whole city of people, so we don't have much to spare.
Yeah, right. Absolutely, and keep it whatever you need for yourself.
Where are you guys from?
You see, the people look at each other. So sorry. They say, "We're from Ashallah, from down south."
Have we heard of that before?
Yeah, you guys have heard of it. It's another commune. They say, unfortunately, like some leadership changed and things got a little autocratical, so we had to dip before things got violent.
Yeah, that's fair.
Makes sense. Where are you guys headed to?
Pyria.
Smart choice.
That's
Yeah. We heard they're doing pretty well there. Listen, we really appreciate it. What about you guys? Where are you from? Where are you headed?
We're heading to Pyria as well.
We're from Venterra.
Milo goes, jeez. Stacey appears.
You see the person at the front is like, oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of that before. That's like, you guys are way up in the mountains. You're pretty used to this type of hiking, aren't you?
Yeah.
Xray's just has his eyes covered and is like nodding his head. That's Stacey. Like,
Stacey has no idea what that look is on his face, but she's just like, yeah, of course. Like, we're up in the mountains, and like the big crater and everything.
Mhm.
can I smack her on the back of the head?
Ow.
The guy reaches, takes a glove off and extends a hand. Says, "I'm Steven. Nice to meet you."
Oh, I'm
Why
Stacey.
did you-
Nice to meet you. She reaches out to take his hand.
Yeah, you shake his hand.
She shakes his hand.
I'm gonna shake him with my glove on. Is like, I don't think you want to touch my hand. And I
He
shake
says,
his hand.
"Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you know about the skin condition, but there's some oozing happening. Yeah, it's nice to meet you." And then they turn to Milo and extend a hand as well.
Milo nods and goes, "Not a big fan of handshakes."
Yeah, I get it. It's good to be wary of strangers out here too. Well, we better be on our way. But hopefully we'll see you guys there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see why
Awesome.
not. We're headed the same way, right? So
I smack her in the back of the head again.
no. Ow.
Cool.
All right.
Well, we're gonna head out because we have to find more rations. And I don't think we're gonna be able to make a straight shot there.
Yeah.
They
I think-
thank you again and head off.
I'd like
They
to
seem
just,
friendly.
Most people
I-
do.
I look at Stacey and I'm like, Stacey, we don't know who we can trust, so don't reveal anything. Shoot.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't. I just like we're from Venterra. It's in the mountains. I mean, like I thought that's pretty common knowledge, right? I mean, we all know that. So
Yeah.
that's I mean,
That's
like
perfectly
but-
fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there could be some people who may hear that and may have like red lights going on in their head.
Yeah. Speaking
Why?
of red lights, Milo's gonna look at Xray and be like, "Let's try not to be violent amongst friends." Is that cool with you?
I just don't trust a lot of people.
Yeah. No reason to smack somebody around for it.
Fair enough.
You guys continue on your way?
Yeah. Milo does a big whistle that is the all clear for Blitz.
Yeah, Blitz, you drop down from the trees.
Bliss is gonna drop down from the tree and then behind Xray and gently, but still smack Xray on the back of the head.
You take 2d6 damage. Touch
yeah.
me.
oh no.
I have gloves on.
Oh, she does have gloves on.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Xray,
Tell us
sorry,
about
with that 29 stealth, you never see it coming.
Fair enough.
You guys continue along your way. The
Actually,
group
like,
in front of
okay,
you-
I deserve that.
The group in front of you quickly disappears from vision as you guys go along these like twisting, winding passage. Yeah, go ahead and make me some survival checks. A group survival check as you guys doing
Ooh,
some,
I'm good at these.
Right, this is gonna
doing
suck.
some mountaineering.
I'm gonna cast Bless
Okay.
on the other three in the party. Just as we're going.
Survival.
Sounds
Good
good.
call.
Go ahead and add
What?
that D4.
Could Mr. Whiskers help me?
Yeah, Mr. Whiskers could help you.
Okay.
11
With your
That's not
D4.
good.
with my teeth. I only got a +1 on the
Amazing.
from the
19?
bless.
Amazing.
13.
13 as well.
You guys have a little bit of trouble navigating the terrain, but eventually you guys are able to make your way through the pass. And in the distance, you guys see a rising wall. You see, it seems to be some sort of like, maybe it seems like kind of clear almost, but there's these big spikes and sort of like a thing on top, like there's a walkway along the top. You can see Pyria. You see it for the first time.
We made it.
Almost there.
Who knows what we'll find in there.
Awesome. Yeah. You guys head down sort of into a valley. There's maybe another like 5 or 10 miles that you guys have to go. As you guys are heading along, you hear some screams. Some
That's
human
not good.
screams.
Um,
Go ahead and make perception checks.
Everybody still has blessed.
oh man, I think I'm gonna use. Wait, hang on. I'm gonna use bless.
Well, it's an automatic thing. 19.
18.
What's that?
12.
Sorry, what was
17,
it? 12.
17 for perception.
Awesome. Milo, your head snaps to the left. You see sort of up on a side path, there's a little abbey, a little church building. You see a woman, one of the women from the group who just passed by you, comes out the front door. And you can see she's clutching her hand, and you see blood. You see red liquid being like thrown on the ground out in front of the abbey.
I sprint.
Xray's gonna hop on Mr. Whiskers and follow, or
Awesome.
like I'm assuming cut in front of her.
Yeah. You guys head out. The rest of the party follows.
Yeah, I'll just ride on my bicycle.
Awesome. As you guys get to the abbey really quickly. It's not too far away. As you approach, the woman is like weeping out front. You see she's bleeding, and you can hear more shouts and screaming from inside, and the sound is of a scuffle.
I'm assuming I get there first.
Yeah, you guys also hear the sounds of something mechanical speaking.
I'm first gonna check on the woman. Do I have any like bandages by chance?
Sure. Yeah, you guys probably have some bandages. As you reach down for the woman, you hear a huge growl and another scream from inside.
I throw her the bandage and say wrap it tight, and I'm gonna say, Mr. Whiskers, let's go, and I'm gonna hop back on Mr. Whiskers and go into the thing.
She nods, and you see she starts wrapping herself up. Does the rest of the party follow into the abbey?
Yeah,
I'm
Milo
gonna
charges in.
I'm gonna assume
I think
with Blitz's bonus action dash, and movement would get in there immediately.
I think
Yeah.
I stopped for a moment just to ask someone, like, what's going on?
There's not really a response. People are moving around you, and your friends are running into the abbey.
Okay, in that case, she'll park the bike and go in after them.
Amazing. Yeah, with your various methods of traveling a little bit faster than regular, you guys all arrive at about the same time. And you guys enter the abbey. As you throw the doors open, you see Stephen standing by the altar, and there appears to be some like huge organ creature with these like pipes these huge like brass pipes wrapped around him. You can see they starts squeezing him.
I'm going to cast my channel divinity if we're not going into initiative.
As we'll resolve that next week actually. But our heroes see this disturbing scene in front of them. As you prepare for battle, you see several other members of the group, the two who you guys didn't see yet, are lying in a corner in a pile. That's all for this week on Prismatic Horizons. Join us next week to see what's going on in the Abbey and what our heroes can do to stop this crazy creature. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye, everyone.
We have to wait a week.